Hey everybody, I'm John at Collect Cards. I hope you're having a great 4th of July weekend so far. It's early Sunday afternoon, July 3rd right now, and I'm going to take just a couple of minutes here and talk a little bit about something special that happened for me yesterday. Um, I took my two kids to their first Major League Baseball game yesterday. Um, they're 10 and 6, and the last 2 years with the way, well, 2 years ago, no one really could go to games, I guess. And last year was kind of very hit or miss, and was hoping to maybe take them a little sooner. But yesterday, I took them to Comerica Park for the Tigers and Royals. Um, it was a pretty sleepy game for about 8 innings, as hot as it was. It was very warm. We were sitting in the upper deck just behind home plate. Section, oh gosh, what was it? 326, I think it was, if you're familiar with Comerica Park. It's just off to the right of home plate. So it was actually a very good view, and the sun was beating down on us pretty good starting at 4 o'clock when the game started. But then by about mid game, it got a little more bearable when the sun kind of peeked behind the back of the stadium, as it, I guess, does this time of year. But it was the bottom of the ninth inning turned out to be quite the finish. As I'll just flip the scorecard. It was Riley Greene's first career home run right there. Won it on a back after they went back to back. Victor Reyes tied the game with a home run to right center, and Riley Greene jacked one to straightaway center into the hedges after he hit a similar first inning triple that would have been also to center field. That would have been a home run in like 20 other ballparks apparently. Anyway, the Tigers won 4-3. It turned out to be a pretty exciting finish for the well, the announced crowd was, I think, 23,000, but if there was 20,000 there, I think it would be generous. I thought there'd be more there, actually, for a Saturday afternoon, 4th of July weekend. I thought there'd be a decent walk-up, but for all I know, maybe there was. But the purpose of this video, it's going to always make me think of a few cards I have. I'll always think of them. I'll always think about the game yesterday, the moment that I got to savor, my kids got to savor. And I think one of them, had a very good time. I think they both did. They were both, I don't want to say bored at some points of the game, but how natural, I guess, is that for a first game, and it drags on for almost 3 hours. What do you do? And we got there right when the gates opened, so we were there all afternoon, trying to soak in the experience as best as we could. But I think overall they enjoyed it quite a bit. But as a result, I was going to trot out just a few cards here. Cards that I'm holding on to, not really intending to move or anything like that. They're just kind of in the collection that just sort of came from either pack openings or player breaks in the last year or so. So I was going to start out with the visiting Kansas City Royals. Their starting pitcher yesterday was Chris Bubich, who has been pretty disappointing, I think, so far for them. But last year he had some, a couple of hits in a hit and miss season. This year it's been mostly misses for him, although he didn't pitch too bad yesterday. The Tigers only had like 5 hits through 7 or 8 innings, I think, and then they got those 2 homers in the ninth. But this is a pretty cool Topps Chrome rookie auto from last year, the Blue Wave parallel number to 150. I got this in a player break last year. I actually got 2 of them, I think, in the same break, and the other one was a base, and I sold it shortly after the season ended for just a few bucks. But number 12 out of 150. We'll see if he can be a little more consistent for the Royals there, because it becomes a halfway decent card if he can do that. I'll just sort of put him around there as we go. Next one I'm going to show really quick. Again, these are just cards. If I ever take them out of of a box or a drawer, and I happen upon them in years to come, I'll be like, it'll always make me remember that first game I took my kids to, which I think is kind of another aspect about card collecting, I guess, is almost a new thing for me. It's having that little experience there. I guess it's not a little experience, but the next one here is Edward Olivas, who was in the starting lineup yesterday for the Royals. He's having a fairly okay year, I think, for them. He's sort of settled in as a role player for them. Just a base Topps Chrome auto. Again, I picked up in a player break because, he didn't go for very much, so I just put in for it and actually hit an auto there. Kind of an interesting signature, actually. So I had that one. And then this one is this is a rookie auto also from Bowman's Best last year, Kyle Isbell. I think I got him in a player break as well last winter when this product was out and really being hot. he came in later in the game. He didn't start yesterday, but he came in later in the game. I don't think he had a hit, but I'm actually going to check. I think he's having a, not a super season or anything. I think he flew out the right field in the 9th inning. I think he had one at bat. So I have his auto. See if whatever he might pan out to be. But I think the Royals are kind of, banking on him a little bit. So that's what I got for the Royals. Actually, I'll show this other card here. So, if you're wondering if I got anything Bobby Witt Jr., I have nothing really good of him yet. We'll see if that changes at some point. So I'm not opening any Series 2 products, so I'm not hunting for that SSP card of his, a variation. But, I'll hunt a little, maybe I'll hunt a little bit and update, see what happens, see if I can get lucky. I'm sure his player breaks and Royals team breaks will go for a ton. So that probably won't be my thing. But I do have this camo prospect card from Bowman 2021. So obviously not a first, but so I did pull this one out. I was trying to go through my stuff from last year and this year to see if I had anything interesting of him. This is about the only thing I could find. About a $5 card right now, I'd say. I think it sold yesterday for $8. I think I saw on eBay. He made a heck of a play in the infield yesterday. He actually saved 2 runs. Most likely from scoring. I think it was a grounder by Javi Baez. I'm looking at the box score here. No, it wasn't Baez. Maybe it was Cabrera. No, it was an inning-ending ground out to short. It was Willy Castro. He, I think, ripped one up the middle, and Witt made a heck of a play. Saved 2 runs in the middle of the game in the 5th inning, I think it was. To keep the Royals in front. I think it was still 2-1 at that point. The Royals added a 3rd run in. What inning they had the 3rd? No, I guess it was already 3-1. Yeah, so they kept it a 3-1 game. Anyway, so that's the best I got for Bobby Witt right now, and I'll just have to do for now. I mentioned Willy Castro. Here we're going to start with the Tigers now. Got 4 things to show for the Tigers. I have a Willy Castro Future Stars auto I got in a player break last year from Topps Chrome. This is a cool card. These were a harder pull last year, and it's not an awesome signature or anything. It's pretty straightforward, pretty basic, but, I still like it. I think he played in right field yesterday for them. Yeah, he did. So he's kind of a utility guy in a, versatile way, because he's sort of more known as an infielder, I think, but there might not be that much room for him in the infield these days. So he played right field yesterday, and did he get a hit? Yeah, actually, it was 1 for 4. He could have been 2 for 4, except for Witt robbed him of a single up the middle. So I got a Willy Castro auto to 99 right there, which is kind of cool. Then I have these next 2 I've shown before in past videos. They're both really nice. The first one I'll show here is actually still probably has the longer term potential, but it's this. I showed this either in my first. This might have been in my very first video. It's my green shimmer auto from last year's Bowman of Spencer Torkelson. Got this out of a blaster box last year, which was, of course it was out of a retail box because green is the retail only parallel, but this was just such a cool pull last year. He is struggling this year, trying to pick up the big league pitching. He's got 4 homers. He's only 20. Gosh, he might still just be 23 maybe. He might even just be 22. When is his birthday on here? 99, August 26. Okay, he'll turn 23 at the end of August. So, hopefully he picks it up in the second half. He got hit in the head apparently on Friday night. He came in the game, middle of the game. He did not start yesterday. He came in later in the game, went 0 for 2, and he popped out in kind of a big spot later in his first at bat, and then he struck out in the bottom of the ninth. He was the first out in the bottom of the ninth. Turned out to be the only out in the bottom of the ninth because the next 2 guys went back to back home runs. He looked overmatched in that strikeout. He didn't look very good. So maybe he just needed a day off after getting plunked entirely. But hopefully he picks it up. I don't know where his card values are right now. I'm kind of afraid to check because I think he's going to figure it out. I don't want to say they threw him in the fire, but because he didn't even have a full season of AAA. But maybe trial by fire will be all right. He's got guys like Miggy who are really pulling for him on that team. I know Miggy was really speaking highly of him after spring training. So, and now his minor league buddy from last year, Riley Greene, is up with them now too. And Riley Greene won the game yesterday with that home run. And I saw him jump, saw Torkelson on replays jumping out of the dugout. He was so super psyched for him. So, I mean, hopefully, like, with Greene back and healthy and stroking, and, I'm just hoping he figures it out and they give him time to do it. And I'll keep my hopes up there. So I got 2 more little cards to show. I was hoping this wasn't going to go 10 minutes, but, no surprise that it did, knowing how I talk about my cards. The next one I'm going to show, I did show in my Topps Tribute video a few videos back, and that is Miguel Cabrera. I mentioned it before. I'll take this out of the bag here. It makes it a little more easy to see. This is just an awesome card. I love this card a lot. We did get to see him have a hit yesterday. I think it was hit number 3,059. They have a little Miggy counter out in the outfield of home runs and hits, which is really cool. He's at 505 for homers and 3,059 for hits. He kind of had like an excuse me single to right field. I don't know if he got fooled by the pitch. I mean, he doesn't get fooled very often, but he was able to sort of, it just tells you how great of a hitter he has been and maybe continues to be. He's still hitting 300 or thereabouts. He kind of maybe got fooled on a pitch and still managed to squeak out a single to right field. And it that didn't score anything. I think it just sort of kept an inning going. It might have been in the inning where Castro got robbed of the single by Witt. Yes. Yeah, because then Eric Haas followed with an RBI single. It scored Greene, who had walked at the start of that inning, or near second batter in that inning. And then, then Castro had gotten. So the Tigers could have had a big inning in the 5th. They only got 1 run. But anyway, this is such a cool auto. I like this auto a lot. I got this in a break, actually. After I sort of did my tribute box, as I called it in that video, I sort of curated my own box. I decided to go in one last break, and I did go with the Tigers, and I got incredibly lucky getting this card. He's got such an amazing signature. So I'll always look at this one. This one was always already special, and it's even more special now. Again, I am not, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm not a Tigers fan per se. I grew up in New York. I'm a big Yankees fan. But it was a joy to take my kids to that Tiger game yesterday. We all got Tiger hats and, ate just about everything under the sun and all that jazz. See if I can squeeze him over here and stand him up there. All right, last card I'm going to show, and actually it's not even a real card. I mean, it is a card, but it's actually in a package. So I don't have anything really good of Riley Greene yet. I checked all through my Bowmans last year, and I don't even know if he's in. Is he in Bowman this year? He must be as a prospect card, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if I've seen him. I know I didn't get anything special of him if he is in it. But I do have this to show. This is just an MJ Holdings 35 card pack I got at Meijer in the winter, and I just happened to see I don't know, they're selling it for $6. I saw him, and I have another one of like Ryan Mountcastle that they had on top for one of these Bowman Next cards. These like Baseball America's top I don't even know what kind of cards these are. If these are like, order an online exclusive kind of thing. I don't know where these come from. So, but I did see that one of these, just the card itself, sold for like $5 the other day. So, maybe it's just a $5 card, but it's in an original package of a completely worthless cards, most likely. I see a bunch of 87s right under it. But anyway, that's all I got of him at the moment. That's any good. I got a base chrome, prospect from last year's Bowman, which is probably worth $2. So, but there you have it. Just wanted to trot out a few things from from a special day for me, for my kids. So hope you enjoyed this video. Whoops, there goes me. That's not a good thing. Hope you're having a great 4th of July weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.